In this tutorial, you will learn how to practice creating rooms with specific dimensions and to create walls and basic shapes that have precise dimensions. This is the first step of creating the temple city that our class is going to work on. First, I'm going to go to Top View. I'm going to eliminate our reference man by hitting Delete. I'll use the Pan tool to move my workspace. And notice that I have the document open that has the dimensions that we need. Now, ancient temple porticos were usually open spaces defined by columns, but for our purposes we're going to consider it the first room in our temple. This particular temple room has a dimension of 40 feet by 24 feet. So I'm going to choose the rectangle tool, and I'll draw the floor space, 40 apostrophe comma 24 apostrophe enter. Now that's made a rectangle that's gone outside my workspace. So I'll zoom out, select the rectangle, use the move tool to move it back into my workspace, just to keep things clean and easy to work with. Then I'll use the Pan tool to adjust my workspace again. Flip back to the instruction sheet, and I see that there are 10-foot thick walls on each side of my portico. So I will draw the wall on this side, and I will make it 24 feet, 24 apostrophe comma 10 apostrophe enter. And then I'll select that rectangle. I'll press and hold the Control key down, use the Move tool, grab this corner of my rectangle, and drag it over so that I exactly line up with this other side of the floor space. Then go back to my instructions. I see that I have an entryway that has walls on each side of the entry that are 16 feet by 10. So I'll draw those next. Notice that I start in the corner. Let me undo that so I can start again. I start in the corner, touching the edge. Begin to pull out the rectangle, and then type in the dimensions that I need. 16 apostrophe comma 10 apostrophe enter. And again, I'm going to choose that rectangle, hold my Control key down, use the Move tool, and grab this rectangle by the corner and pull a copy directly across so it exactly lines up with the other side. In the back, I have another set of walls and another entry. These walls are 20 feet by 10. So again, choose my rectangle. Again, start on a corner. Begin to pull out the rectangle. Type in the dimensions that I want. 20 apostrophe comma 10 apostrophe enter. Again, select that. Use the Control Move. I could just draw another rectangle, but since SketchUp allows us to take shortcuts, we might as well use them. Okay, the next floor space, the main hall, is 80 feet long. I don't need to draw the floor space. I can simply draw the walls alongside. So I will zoom out a little bit, adjust my workspace, choose my rectangle tool, again starting on an endpoint corner, start to pull up my rectangle, type in 80 feet, 80 apostrophe comma 10 apostrophe enter. Again, choose that, Control Move a copy across the way, making sure that I'm exactly locked onto the corner. Check my dimensions for the next set of walls, 24 by 10. Rectangle tool, start in the corner, start to drag the rectangle, 24 apostrophe comma 10 apostrophe enter. Choose that rectangle shape, Control Move. Line it up with the opposite corner. And now I'm ready for the inner sanctuary, which is 40 feet square. Again, I don't need to draw the floor space this time because I've already started the perimeter walls. I can just add the walls. These are 10 feet by 40 feet. So start to draw the rectangle. 40 apostrophe comma 10 apostrophe enter. Choose that rectangle, Control Move, move it across, and now I need a back wall. This one is 60 by 10. apostrophe comma 10 apostrophe enter. Now the next thing, when you're working with SketchUp, you should go in and clean up any lines that you don't need anymore. So I'm going to only have a perimeter wall. So I want to basically eliminate any lines that are separating this perimeter wall. Here. There. So I have an open space in the middle and a perimeter wall. My instructions say after I've made the walls, clean up my lines, use the push-pull to raise the walls to a height of 40 feet. So select the walls, push-pull tool, pull it up 40 feet. The next thing I want to do is to put a floor and a ceiling on this. But before I do it, I'm going to select the whole building and make it a component, and I'll call it Temple Walls. Alright, I'm going to stop at this stage and pick up the next set of instructions in the next tutorial.